This conference
class.
will now be recorded.
Yeah, we'll start. Sometimes it goes a bit late because
Because I want to leave for office sharp 9 a.m. for 9 a.m. from home.
okay.
Otherwise, daily late mark will be happen in office. Please, I will request you.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Let's slowly
Yes,
adapt
please,
this
please.
because see, from morning 6 a.m.
Yes.
I've been giving classes and I used to work up to 12, 2 a.m. So sometimes there is some
Okay, okay, okay,
disturbance.
okay, okay. No issue, no issue, no issue. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do. Fine. Yesterday, where we stopped?
I think we have stopped at that SAP Easy Access and IMG, like implementation guide, till that SPR or transaction code.
And difference between the production system view and
Yeah,
the
SAP landscape has been
development
discussed.
landscape, yes, landscape view and the quality system landscape view.
Okay, we did that topic. We completed that SAP landscape, everything, isn't it? And also I think you wrote about that. I means you wrote what are the systems, everything. Hmm?
Yesterday, before left, he said today we are going to type of project something is.
Exactly. We are supposed to discuss about the types of projects. That is what I missed that line. Hmm. Mm, Okay, that about the projects you are about that systems you wrote, right? Like what are the limitations for each and every consultant and the end user? I was just looking for the table where I gave. Mhm. Maybe it is not here. Hmm. About this table. You have, are you able to understand what this table is?
Yes, able to understand. It's a kind of accesses that
Yeah.
the end user and
So
consultant is
you are
having.
familiar with IMG screen and SAP Access. And if you see in the landscape point of view, for customizations, only a SAP consultant having authorizations for changes. But in development system, we never do any testing in easy access screen. Next, coming to the quality, we can view the customizations, but we cannot do any changes. Okay. And in easy access screen, we have option to testing. Coming to the production, we cannot do any customizations or we cannot do any testing. Okay, the testing in the point of creating or executing master data and transaction data, right? So this is for SAP consultants. So coming to the end users, we never give information about customization screen. Okay, they don't bother about that even. And coming to the landscape of development and quality, we don't give an access for development system in both easy access screen and SAP customizations. In quality, we give testing access, and in production system, we give real-time transaction executions. Hmm? So this is all about this thing. So today we are going to discuss about the different type of projects we have in SAP environment. So remember earlier we had like when we are talking about ECC, okay, we had implementations, AMS project support, application maintenance support, okay, services, application maintenance services. We use call as support projects and rollouts, enhancements and upgrades. So implementation means like a company is using some, it is computerized or not computerized, they are using some traditional way to record all their business transactions. Now they want to automate their process in SAP system. So in that case, we'll talk to the client, means we are going from service based companies. Let us take, we are going from Wipro. Okay, so Wipro people will reach out to the client. Let us take some example of Dell or HP or any company can take an example, and you can assume that first they will assume, they will call for analyzing their systems, their business, and which ERP can be suitable for them. So most of the people will explain their presentations, they'll give all their analysis, and they will suggest which ERP is suitable for that company. So then according to the budget, let us assume company has taken SAP. Again, HP company will call all the experts, service-based companies to provide their quotations. So all this will be taken care by the marketing people. Okay, in IT also there will be a marketing team, so they will take care all these options. Okay, like taking the business, giving presentations to the business, explaining the benefits of SAP. So of course there will be an SAP consultant at higher level, so he will be explaining all the business advantages of implementing SAP, and they give their better presentation to impress the client. So once client is impressed with our presentation, they'll come in contact and contract both. Okay, so yeah, we are ready to go with you for implementing SAP in my organizations. So then we start some meetings. There it is called as a requirement gathering. That is called as a requirement gathering. So in requirement gathering, so we'll ask each and every business process. We'll take the requirements. We'll analyze whether it can be happen in SAP or not. If the requirement is fulfilled in SAP, well and good. If it is not available in SAP, the client requirement is not available in SAP, we consider it as a gap. Okay, we consider it as a gap, means business requirement not in SAP. So it's a gap, right? So this analysis is called as gap analysis. This is called as a gap analysis. So this gap analysis will fulfill by checking with our technical team, or we'll go with some alternate solution. We never say it won't work in SAP system. There will be an alternate solution always. So we have to verify it thoroughly. So to verify it thoroughly, first we have to understand what the business requirement is. That is the first point. So understand it, check in the system, or if you are not clear, you can ask SAP also whether this is our business requirement and is there any feasibility to fulfill in our standard SAP. They'll come with a solution. If it is not in SAP and if it is difficult to update that patch only for a specific business, then SAP will suggest go with a customization or with some developments. Okay, nothing wrong to check with SAP also. Now, once you analyze the gap with your technical team, you will go with the solution to the business. Like that, we'll go on meetings, we'll prepare documentations for each and every business process, and we'll get it approved. And then all this entire process is called project preparation. Okay, so this entire process is called project preparation. Once all the documents are finalized, then we prepare a business blueprint, means how to start the business, how to start the implementing SAP for the business. What is the starting point? At what point we can test the scenarios, and where we can accept some additional changes in the business requirements. Everything we can prepare a business blueprint. Start date and end date will be finalized. This is the second stage. The first stage is project preparation, second stage is business blueprint, and the third stage is realization. Realization, okay, or development phase. So in this realization stage, we will start doing configurations or settings as per business requirement in the development system. Okay, at the time of project preparations, in basic discussions itself, we'll be having a clear idea about the staff, how many we can hire, and what systems and how many systems we require. Everything will be prepared by that time, and according to the client requirement, we will prepare the systems, development system, quality, everything will get prepared. And in realization phase, we start doing development or changes in development system or development server. Okay, so we'll configure each and every business process. We will be having a minimum testing, data upload, con everything will be analyzed. The connectivities with the third party systems, if any, like taxations. And also, because you are paying tax in your system, in your transactions, then how this information will be reaching to the tax authorities. For that we have third party systems like Vertex, and in India we have tax payment portals. There are some payment portals. So we are connecting with SAP system. For that we call as interface. Okay, connecting SAP with third party systems is called as interface. We'll check this interface connectivities, and other settings will be analyzed. Comes under development phase, or we call as realization. So after this realization, we'll go with testing phase. Okay, project preparation, business blueprint, realization, finalization. So yeah, in finalization phase, we will test all the scenarios along with the end users. We'll educate them about the process, and we'll get a document sign off. That means we have done configurations as per business requirement, and each and every scenario has been tested thoroughly. And then we'll fix one final day to move all the changes into production system. So before that, the maintain the means finalizing the last date or end date, we will upload the data from non-SAP system into to SAP system. And this phase is called cutover phase. In this cutover phase, we'll shut down all the business transactions. Like let us assume by Monday, SAP people, by client want to use their business transactions in SAP system. Okay, so then we'll give a cutoff date, like by Friday they have to shut down their business. By Friday evening or Friday night, they have to shut down their business, and they have to maintain all the closing balances. So these closing balances we upload into SAP as a opening balance by the next day, or like a Monday. By Monday, all the closing balance in non-SAP system will be the opening balances. Before that, we'll be uploading the relevant transactional data, the relevant master data like GL accounts, vendor, assets, asset balances, asset closing balances. Everything will be uploaded into SAP system. This is called data upload. Okay, all this data upload will be happen. After that, we will uh, test in the production system by posting a petty expense. Very minor transaction will be executed, and we will test it in the cutover phase. Once the report is correct, transactions are posting correctly, then from Monday onwards, they'll go live. Okay, business will go live. Are you clear? Any questions about this stages, whatever we are doing in the implementation project?
So testing will be done in two systems, quality system and production system, both, right?
So now the testing in productions, it's a live server. We post very penny, well, like $1 or so that much of transaction will be done just for testing purpose.
Okay.
Sir,
One
Yeah,
question is there.
yeah,
At the time of uploading, hello.
yeah. Tell me.
At the time of uploading opening balance,
Hmm.
which account require line item and which account require control accounts?
I didn't get about to control accounts. I'm not clear with your question.
Control accounts, which item require all line item and which item require single account? Just you say petty cash. petty cash जैसे require once one amount is there, petty cash closing balance is 100 rupees.
Okay.
But which accounts code have required line item for the SAP uploading opening balance as the initial balance upload?
Which account means if we don't post, we allow the business to post one penny as like a petty expense. So they
No,
will
no,
take care of the transaction. So which comes under debit or a credit?
my question is at the time of uploading the opening balance,
Mm.
which account head require line by line item, and which account head require only single balance is there? Is it okay? Have you understand my question or not?
Honestly, no, Yaro. Line by
Okay,
line, no.
just you say my asset block is there. Okay, I have uploading my asset block.
Mm.
I think there is required line item wise. Matlab detail I have required to uploading in SAP at the
See,
time of opening balance.
detail wise, we cannot do that because we cannot upload the entire the line items because
Okay,
that's a again it will leads to inconsistency. Like how can we analyze the non-SAP data into line items? We cannot take that one.
okay.
Okay, we cannot take that, and that's why I said all the closing balances will upload as a opening balance in SAP system.
Okay, clear. Thank you.
So there will be a bulk amount. So that will be updated, and the next day onwards, you post the transactions line item wise. There you can see what are the transactions you have posted in SAP system. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
I have a question. I mean, when we made the changes in development system, those changes are automatically done in production system also, or we have to
No,
move
no,
those
no, no, no.
changes?
We have to move the changes. We'll be moving the changes in quality system. Where there we're testing the data. Again, we'll upload the data in SAP in quality system for testing purpose. After thorough confirmation, the document sign off will be happen in quality system. Then we get approval to move the changes into production.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Got it.
So it takes a lot of time. Earlier, we used to complete in 6 to 7 months, but in S4HANA, the projects are for 1 year, 1.5 year.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
because requirements has been increased for business, so a lot of things are there. So we'll be analyzing that and we'll be doing in the system. Okay. Now, so this process is called ASAP methodology, accelerated SAP methodology. SAP methodology. But now in S4HANA onwards, this SAP methodology, we are not following SAP methodology. We have activate methodology. Now we are having activate methodology. Okay, and implementation of S4HANA is called Greenfield project. Okay, in SAP ECC, whatever the phases we have discussed like implementation, that is called ASAP methodology. It is having 5 phases. Okay, we have 5 phases. Like a project preparation, business blueprint, realization, like developments. Okay, finalization, go live and support. After go live, why we are calling support means every product will be having a warranty support. Okay, so based on the agreements, terms and conditions, so the warranty support will be like 3 months to max 5 months or 6 months. Depends upon the volume of transactions. So this warranty period will be decided. Mostly it will be for 3 months. So in this 3 months we'll be giving free services to the client based on the blueprint. Like what is the business requirement? If there is any hiccups or inconsistencies in the changes whatever we have done, so we will give free services. Suppose if business asking any new requirement after go live, then we'll charge high, just like showroom prices. Okay. So after this warranty period, again these product companies will look for the service based companies who can give support AMS projects. Like business will be executing on say SAP system, and if there is any hiccups in the process or if there is any business required changes, then they will take these service based companies help. So that's why our paying company will be Accenture Wipro, but our client will be another one like Dell or HPQC or Coffee Day. Like this, these are our clients, whatever we are working for. Okay, are you clear about the client and client and service-based companies? Do you have any questions? So at present, like let us take my example. I working for Accenture. Accenture is my payroll company, but I'm working for another business. Uh, Okay, some XYZ company. So XYZ company is a client for Accenture. So I'll be analyzing what is my client business, what are their requirements, and what they are expecting. So according to that, we'll be working in the system. So in support project, we can clearly see what is the development system, what is the quality system, and what is production system, and the communications between the end user and the functional consultants.
Sorry,
Yes,
Hari, I have a
yes,
doubt actually.
yes, please.
Hari, actually, I just mentioned the steps as a requirement gathering, project preparation, business blueprint, realization of.
Requirement gathering all comes under project preparation.
Okay, this comes under because you said 5 phases in ECC,
Yeah.
but I mentioned as a 6 or 7 are there. That's why I confused.
No.
So
Okay.
cutover phase also comes under which one?
After
Which phase?
finalization, cutover will come.
After finalization.
Project preparation. Here we'll be having discussions with the business. So we'll be gathering the requirements. We'll be analyzing. Everything will be done in that phase. Then business blueprint.
Okay.
Okay. Then realization, in brackets you can say configuration settings. Realization. Finalization means the testing phase.
Okay. Under finalization, testing phase will come, right?
Yeah. Finalization means testing phase. And cutover.
Okay.
Cutover.
Okay.
Then go
So
live and support.
So
Go live
data
and support.
upload and data upload
Everything
and
will be done
testing
in a
production
finalization.
system
In finalization stage only. Data
will
upload
come.
also will be done there, because we'll be having a plan, right? We are testing in a quality system, so they will come to conclusion. Okay.
Even testing production system also comes under finalization, right?
There will check readiness test whether the system is ready for production go live or not.
Okay, it is in a go live system, right? Okay.
Readiness test. We have
Readiness
two types of readiness test. So for time being, I'm just telling about only production system. Okay. There will be a readiness test also. Before implementation also we'll be having a readiness test. So we'll analyze. I said one word, right? People will be checking whether which ERP is suitable for them. That is also a readiness test again. Initially I said there will be a readiness test.
Okay, Hari. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, which methodology, sir? This one, project preparation blueprint and all. Activate methodology.
ASAP methodology. Five phases ASAP methodology. But now we are not using ASAP methodology in S4HANA. In S4HANA, we are using Activate methodology, 4 phases that I'm going to explain.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Coming to this support project, like after implementation, so anyhow there will be some changes in the business, and they need some new functionalities to be developed. That's why they will go for support AMS projects. So these are endless, like they'll go in contract for 5 years or 3 years. So till that period we have to give support, and then the contract again will be renewed based on the services and the innovation ideas we are giving to the client according to the business functionalities and all. So depends on that, client will be holding the companies. Okay, next, rollout is usually based on the functional wise or depends to client. The definition has been changed, but first let us go with the basic understanding what is meant by rollout. So I have done implementation for India. Now I want to extend this SAP practice in US company also. I have a company in US. Okay, first I have implemented in India, then I am extending this SAP practice for US company also. So what I will do, while implementing, I'll be preparing a global template of my business. Okay, so I'll copy the same template and I will do the country specific changes in the system while implementing. So that is called a rollout. That means I'm extending my SAP practice in another location also. Okay, are you clear about rollout?
Yes, sorry.
Please once more, please.
Extending my SAP practice to another location. That means I have a company in India and US. So first I have implemented SAP in my India company. Okay, after few days or after few months, okay, I'll extend this SAP practice for my US company also, US location also, or in a other location. Okay, that organization also
So,
I want to use in SAP. So that will
so Hari,
prepare a
actually,
template. Yeah, who's this? Please tell me.
this is Narendra. Actually, so when we roll out, the client on the SAP will be remain same, or are the company is
Client
taking
remains
the
the
new
same,
project,
internal client only. Client will be same.
internal client?
Yeah.
Uh,
But they may go for other service based company. First, Wipro has implemented. Now, for rollout, they'll ask Accenture or Deloitte. They can ask. That's a client choice. Depends upon the budget.
Okay, so then
Okay.
the production from the development system directly we will move the whatever the configuration we did
No,
directly to
there
the
will be
new
a
system.
template. We'll be
Okay,
having a
there is.
template, global template. So that template will be copied. Okay, you don't worry about systems. You don't worry about systems. Systems will be taken care by the consultant, by the basis consultant. They will give you. So in which system you want to implement, how to copy the templates. So everything will be done by the basis consultants. You don't worry. Okay. Functional wise, we'll be analyzing the business and we are doing some country specific changes and we'll get the system ready. Okay. What reports they want, everything will be configured in the system. Fine. But remember, 70% of the work will be done in the initial stage of the templates because it's the same business. There won't be change in the client business, right? Just location is changing, but business is same. If you take Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola is a universal business. So wherever they go with the Coca-Cola only. They are not going with some masala soda here.
But master data may be different, right? Like, so
Yeah,
how can we
that's
standardize
a
that?
minimum changes. That minimum changes we are doing. We are uploading the data according to the location. Country specific changes are there. So master data will be changed. But chart of accounts will be same.
Okay.
GL accounts transactions will be same. Huh? Everything almost will be same, like tax, currencies, master. Maybe some data will be changed. That data will upload. Okay.
Okay, the configuration will be same by uploading the template, and data master data will get changed.
Yeah, some data. The data wherever it is changing, there we will work on that. Okay. Compared to
Got it.
implementation, in rollout we already know about the business. We already know about means like, of course, if it's a new client, again they have to analyze. They'll check for global template. Accordingly, they will work. Okay. So requirement gathering again according to the country specific. They might be using some different report according to them. So we have to maintain those settings and all. Okay. So there the bank will change. According to that bank, we have to do some changes. Payment reminders. There will be some. So in some countries, if they are sending third reminder for payment, along with the third reminder, they will send a legal notice. It's a country specific changes like this. So in India, we don't receive legal notice. Even if it is breached, everything happen. We don't send any legal notice. But in Europe, if you see in Europe countries, on the third or fourth reminder, they will get a legal notice. Okay. So like this, we have done that setting also. We maintained that for one of our client. After sending 3 reminders, the fourth reminder will be a legal notice. Like that. Okay. So like this, some country specific changes will be done there, and accordingly we will maintain all the changes in rollout projects. Okay. Are you clear now about rollouts? So this is like extending SAP practice. There are some terminologies using, there are some clients who are using rollout terminology for adding some additional business features also. Okay, some location to location. Maybe if there is any changes in the reporting structure, or if they required any new business functionality without implementing a module, also we can add some patches and we can do some changes in the system. For example, my client doesn't want cash management, but they need some report almost related to the cash management. So for that we have developed a code by pulling the data, and we configured a customized report for them, so that they can analyze their customer liabilities and they can take some business related decisions on that based on that report. So it is not cash management, but they expected a report similar to a cash management. Okay, so that projects is like we call as a rollouts. Okay, or in some countries, like mostly in European countries, we have a SEPA concept, single euro payment area, but now I think it is going to be removed, but still it is happening. Fine. That means in Europe there are nearly 100 to 150 180 countries are there. Each country they have their own currency, but what they are doing, so whenever they are executing a payment in any currency, you execute a payment, the payment has to go in euro currency only. Okay, that is the single euro payment area concept. That means let us take a Denmark. Denmark having their local currency called Danish krone. They are executing payment in krone, but when they are reaching to the bank and executing a payment to the vendor, it will go in euro currency. This is called single euro payment area, SEPA, SCPA payment area. Okay, this so we implemented this in 2014. Just like our GST, we had a cutover date, right? GST has to be implemented in 2017. By July, it has to, all the companies has to follow GST. Similarly, in 2014, there was a regulation in European countries. By February, they have to execute their payments in euro currency only. So we implemented SAP SEPA, and we have tested thoroughly, and the payments again through online only. For that, we have maintained some configuration settings for a payment file in the system, and we deployed it. So these projects also called as a rollouts, but we can also call them as enhancements, application developments. Okay, that means you are adding some additional features for the existing application. So that's why we call as AD, application developments or enhancements. Okay, so are you clear about rollouts and application developments? Are you able to find the difference? But depends on client to client. This terminology will be vice versa. So people will call as a rollouts, or people will call as application developments, like this, and they give their own definition for that. But don't get confused, almost both are same. But the absolute meaning of rollout means we are extending our SAP practice from one location to another location using the same global template. Is it confusion or clear? Please let me know.
Clear, Hari.
What about others? I just got only one reply.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yeah.
Because I cannot put all
Yes,
this
Hari. Clear.
all this on paper. Somehow it is difficult for me to search for words. So I
Clear, clear,
usually
clear,
give an explanation for that.
Clear.
Okay,
clear.
fine, fine. So now you are having an idea about implementation, support, rollout, and enhancements, upgrades. So till 2021, okay, till 2021, we had upgrades in ECC system. Okay, so, yeah, we don't have upgrades in S4 HANA, but now up to in ECC there is some version changes. Like earlier in 2005 we received ECC, Enterprise Central Components. It's a complete ERP product from SAP. Then in ECC itself they made some additional developments, SAP itself, and asked us to implement that patches like ECC enhancement packages. So they introduced from 2013 onwards. I think I remember I worked in 2013 on upgrade, so I have that knowledge. I cannot say before what happened. So enhancement pack 5, okay, ECC 6 means 2006 release. EC6 means ECCC has released in the year 2006. Of course it released in 2005, but it's not much accepted by the market. So the next year they came from with some developments, and it was a huge successful product. It's like it's success, and up to 2020 companies are comfortable in ECC, and most of the companies are not ready to convert into S4 HANA. So that much comfortable product it is. Okay, fine. ECC6 enhancement package, that means they are adding some additional business features in the existing product enhancement pack. So like this, SAP has released up to 8 enhancement pack 5 to enhance EHP 8, like from up to 2017 they released EHP 8. EHP we call as EHP, enhancement pack 8. Okay, so that means if there is a like we are upgrading just like your mobile Android phone, you see for every 2 months or 3 months you will get some updates. You're not changing your Android app, this one, but you are upgrading your software internally where your product, your service provider is giving that updates. Similarly SAP also giving some developments in existing product, so we are upgrading our version according to the trend. That's it. Okay, so this upgrade will be taken care by basis consultant, but as a functional consultant we have to test each and every scenario. Each and every business transaction will be tested in the quality system, so that will make sure there is no any inconsistency happen due to this upgrade, software upgrade. Okay, this upgrade will be taken care, the software upgrade will be taken care by basis consultant, but we'll test the business cases or business scenarios, so that because of upgrade there is no any inconsistency happen in the business transactions. So we'll take 3 months time to test each and every scenario and make sure this upgrade is going perfectly without any hiccups in the business transactions. Okay, these are called upgrades. So in 2021 also we had an upgrade, means I worked like service pack upgrades, SPKs. Service packs were upgraded and we tested all the scenarios, which includes interface testing, means connectivity with the third parties also we have to test. Okay, up to 2017 we had enhancement package upgrades. Of course, not even 2017, 2016 I think it was the last, but okay, let us take 2017, no worries. In 2021 there was some service pack upgrades, like in the existing ECC we are just adding some S4 HANA flavor. We are adding some S4 HANA flavor. These are called service pack upgrades. Okay, are you clear? I worked in 2021. In March month, I worked on service pack upgrades. Means I tested each and every scenario, cases, everything, and we analyzed. That's why I'm able to explain the service pack. Okay. Any questions?
No hurry.
But now the trend has been changed. So most of the companies are implementing S4 HANA, and this implementation of S4 HANA is happening from 2017 onwards. So if you are updating any resume, so don't say that I worked on SAP ECC implementations if you are putting your experience from 2017 onwards. Okay, don't say that. Yes, I worked on implementation, and which product you implemented means I worked on ECC implementation. It's wrong. Okay, from 2017 onwards, there is no any ECC implementations. Okay, they used to implement S4 HANA 1709 version, means 2017 September release. Before that, 1603, 1609 versions are there. 1603 March release, and there is one more version released in the same year, 1609. So few companies implemented very quickly, but 1709 is a good version. It was very good version. And now currently we are in 1909 and 2020 versions. These are the SAP HANA versions. Yes, you can directly go to these versions. Okay. Now companies are implementing 1909 and 2020, depends upon. This implementing S4 HANA is called Greenfield project, and to implement this S4 HANA, we are following Activate methodology. I'll show you the PPT for Activate methodology. And if there are few more companies who are migrating from ECC to S4 HANA, those are called migration projects, and that migration projects are called as brownfield projects. Those projects are called brownfield projects. Are you clear about this terminology? And the minimum ECC version should be ECC 6, EHP 7 to migrate from ECC to S4 HANA. EHP. Okay, the minimum version to upgrade.
So Hari, the old versions it will not support to migrate.
No,
Right?
no. Okay,
So if the
to
old
migrate into
versions,
S/4HANA, your ECC version should be EC6 EHV version. Then only we can migrate. Okay, and this migration will be again two types. One, the entire product migration or only database migration. Okay, so to understand this one, we have to go back to S/4HANA, sorry, ECC, what we call landscape and architecture. So in SAP we have three layers. One is presentation layer, just like what we have seen yesterday. AZ axis, IMG, everything is comes under presentation layer. In the application layer, in the backend, there will be a coding. Everything will be done by the ABAP, or you can say ABAP workbenches. So let me show you how the coding will look like. So this is your presentation layer. Okay, this is your presentation layer. So here R3 user giving all the presentation components, means entering transactions, entering data, everything will be happen in the presentation layer. Are you clear about R3 user? R3 means 3-tier architecture or release 3. There are two different names. Whatever you want, you can take it. R3 means release 3 or 3-tier architecture. So people are giving their own definitions, but it's a release 3. From 1990s onwards, SAP came with a concept called presentation layer, application layer, and database. Before that, we have only two layers. One is presentation layer and database layer. Database means you enter the data that will be saved under repository. That's it. It's a presentation layer. So R2 up to 1980s, it was R2. From 1980s end, or you can take it from 1990s, SAP came with a SAP architecture concept that with the three layers. One is a presentation layer. So whatever the data you are giving, that will be processed, analyzed. If there is any bugs, it will give the bugs and all in the coding level, and everything is fine, then it will go into repository. Else, if there is any inconsistency, here itself will get error message. So like this, SAP came with a concept of R3 architecture. So in this architecture, first layer we have a presentation layer. So whatever the data you are giving, that will be processed, analyzed, everything in the application layer. So if I go to any transaction, so this is a application layer. So coding, each and every line, every letter will be read by the system, and everything is correct, then it will process. Else it will throw an error message. It can be a functional error or a technical error. Okay, so this is your application layer. That's why you call as ABAP workbench. Okay, are you clear about these two layers? Database I cannot show you, I'm sorry for that. So you just assume, okay, whatever the changes we are doing in a in the application layer or in a presentation layer, that will be saved in a database. Is a repository for us. Done?
Yes, sir.
This is application layer, and this is a presentation layer. Are you clear? Any questions, people?
no, Hari, clear.
So once it is processed here, then only we can proceed further. So this is the screen where I want to enter the transaction. So system will read the logic to screen, and the data, whatever you are entering, everything will be analyzed. If everything is fine, then it will post in the system, or it will save in the repository. So that repository we call as database. Okay, so this database up to ECC is supported by Oracle. So we had Oracle DBA. Okay, so this database support is given by Oracle. But from 2013 onwards, SAP came with a concept called HANA. Okay, HANA is a database initially. Okay, don't say that I'm a HANA consultant. If you are telling like HANA consultant, you'll be considered as a technical one. Never say I'm a HANA consultant. Okay. So SAP came with their own database called HANA DBA. From 2013 onwards, actually it is introduced in 2013 only. With HANA DBA, database administration. Instead of Oracle, SAP itself developed their own database, HANA database. And HANA full form is High Performance Analytics Appliance. Applications or appliance? Appliance, yeah, appliance. High Performance Analytics Appliance. Analytic appliance. Okay. Then now what we can do is, if you want, you can implement your own database. Instead of Oracle, you can go with database migration. Okay, one, the complete application. Complete application can be migrated, or we can upgrade or migrate only the database. We can migrate only database. That is Oracle DBA to HANA DBA. Clear? We can do
Clear,
this
sir.
one. So in migration projects, this can be done. If you are implementing S4HANA, so no concepts of Oracle and all, only S4HANA. Understood? But the version should be EC6 EHP7 version. So now you are clear about SAP application, database, presentation. That is called SAP architecture. You are clear about SAP landscape. Any questions?
So even S4 HANA also having the same architecture, right? Right.
No. Yeah, it will be same architecture. Yeah. But we have several things like Fury, ABAP Fury, like this. Some things were changed, but thumb rule has not changed. The basics was not changed.
Oh.
Maybe some terminologies were changed, and it looked like, yeah, something new is there, but there's nothing new. We can say like old wine in a new bottle.
Okay, got it. The base is same.
That's it. Just the brand name has been changed, but the same properties, the liquid with the same properties. Okay,
Yeah, got it, Hari.
fine. So hope you are clear with the projects, and we are just have to know about activity methodology. So just you can Google here. It's a suggestion. Read yourself. Okay. So as you are familiar with ASAP methodology, the same, it just precised. Just it was precised. Like it just precised. You can go to images. You can see all the 5 pages. Here it was precised. Preparation, explore, realize, deploy and run. Same. The base for all this activate methodology, SAP methodology, everything is came from SDLC model, software development life cycle model. Whatever the methodologies we are discussing so far, or are all came from only one origin, that is SDLC model. So in SAP, you may get confused about on-premise, cloud, etc., etc. On-premise means we are working on system. Cloud means we are taking the space on rent and we are executing our business transactions. Okay, just like your Google Drive, it's a cloud. So you cannot do any change on your own. For every change, whatever you want to do, the product will involve. So as SAP consultant, we suggest to our clients go with on-premise only. On-premise means the same. We are maintaining our own database. Whatever we want to do, yeah, we can do with our own decisions. We are not involving our government. Okay. Cloud means, yeah, in every aspect, how the government is coming in picture. Similarly, SAP will come into picture because you are using their space. So you have to take their permission or their approvals. So whatever the changes you want to do, SAP will come and they'll say, we are ready to do the changes as per your requirement, and they will charge on high. So clients are now working on-premise implementation. On-premise means on system, our own system, our own database, etc. Okay, activate for on-premise implementations. So this is the activate methodology. We have only 4 phases. Don't get confused with on-premise. Okay, on-premise means we are having our own database and we are doing the business requirements without any other third-party involvement. Okay, cloud means third-party involvement will be there, like SAP will come into picture. So later we'll talk about clouds. Clouds also there are some variances. Cloud implementation also, like there are again 3 options SAP has given for us. So that part we'll discuss later. Once you are familiar with all these basics, then we'll go with cloud implementation. Are you clear? Any questions? Can I close now if you don't have any questions?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. So you just go with this activate methodology and ASAP methodology. Just try to analyze the differences. Almost both are same, just precised. ASAP methodology precised and renamed as activate methodology. That's it. Before learning activate methodology or ASAP methodology, just have a look on SDLC, software development lifecycle model. Then you will come to know what is this. All are same, but the origin for any methodology is SDLC only. So with this, we had done all the discussions about SAP implementations, projects, servers, communications, everything, all the project, like the basic understanding which is necessary for SAP consultant. We had a word. Now from tomorrow, what is tomorrow? It's a Thursday, right? Yeah. So we'll take a break to Thursday and Friday. From Monday onwards, we start doing configuration on system. Okay, if you are okay for that. So if you think that okay, we are missing some continuity, we'll have a just connective. We can have small connect on Thursday and Friday, and from Monday onwards, we do our settings on the screen. So
Okay,
what is
Hari.
your decision? Okay means, so we'll connect from Monday.
Yes, we can connect from Monday.
Okay, Hari, we can from Monday.
Yeah, I'm so fine.
Fine. So you just give your feedback to Yugandhar as a final feedback. So based on that, we'll plan from Monday morning at 8. Okay. So max will try to connect by 8:85. So that is the last cutoff time. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Harisha.
Okay.
Yeah. So see you all. Bye.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Hari.
Thank you, Hari.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, sir.